In August 1945, 340,000 people lived in Hiroshima. By 8:15 the next morning, 130,000 of them were dead. That night, 1,000 miles away on a Pacific island, a crew was loading a bomb. 60 kilograms of enriched uranium. Most of what we know about that day comes from one man, John Hersey, a journalist. He published a book called Hiroshima in 1946. 6 survivors, hour by hour, what they did. But this story starts the day before. August 5th, 600 schoolgirls in the city had work that morning. One of them was Hiroko. She was 13 years old. She had 18 hours left, hour by hour, the way she lived them, before any of this had happened. Predawn in Hiroshima. The city isn't silent, never fully silent. There's a dog somewhere. This is the house. 2 stories, modest. Hiroko's father has been away at war for 4 years. Her mother keeps the household running. The grandmother used to sleep in this room. Last spring, she stopped waking up. Hiroko has been folding the futon every morning since. Sometimes I think about this room, that folded futon. What it means to keep folding it. She wakes at 5:30, no alarm. The body just knows. The radio's already on. NHK is reading the names of cities bombed last week. Her mother comes in. She's 43. She looks 50. On the shelf, the family shrine. 2 photographs. He might still be alive. He might not. That not knowing has its own weight. At breakfast, nobody says anything. Hiroko puts on the mompe, the work trousers every girl her age wears now. Her name stitched in kanji on her chest. Hiroko, spacious child. Her mother hands her the bento. They don't embrace. They haven't in months. Hiroko doesn't know why. Then she's leaving. Her mother stands in the doorway. Her hand half raises. Hiroko doesn't look back. Her mother will never see her again. She walks to the streetcar stop. 3 blocks, past the man who sweeps. Then the bridge. 7 rivers meet in this city. By tomorrow noon, the water in some of them will boil. The Predawn has been running since 1912. By tomorrow afternoon, 3 of these cars will still be running. No operators. They'll roll until the wires burn through. Inside, the morning crowd. They stopped talking on streetcars about a year ago when the Kempeitai started riding them in plain clothes. Yoshiko gets on at the next stop. The 2 of them have been friends since they were 8. Neither of them knows that tomorrow morning they'll be 100 meters apart when the bomb falls. One of them will live, one won't. Through the window, the dome of the Industrial Promotion Hall. Hiroko sees it every morning. Tomorrow morning it'll be the only thing left standing within a kilometer. The work is tearing down houses, building firebreaks. The military believes Hiroshima is going to be firebombed soon. It's the last major Japanese city that hasn't been. The supervisor is too old to be drafted, too poor to retire. Hiroko gets handed a crowbar. It's heavy. She's been doing this every day for 2 weeks. The first wall comes down at 10:30. A house has its own smell when you tear it apart. Wood dust, old miso, mouse urine in the rafters. Hiroko has learned to breathe through her mouth. 2 kilometers from here, the Aioi Bridge. Its T-shape was visible from a B-29 at 30,000 feet. Bombardiers had been studying a photograph of it for 3 months. And then there's the Industrial Promotion Hall. Tomorrow morning, the bomb will go off 600 meters directly above it. Hiroko looks at it sometimes during breaks. She thinks it's beautiful, foreign, strange. She's the last generation of children who'll ever see it whole. I've stood under that dome, the one that's left. You can still see the rivets in the iron frame. She goes back to the work, the crowbar, the boards, the grit. By noon, they've stripped one house. The pile of lumber is taller than she is. Her hands are blistered. The blisters have opened. She doesn't feel them. I can't tell you what she's thinking. Hersey didn't interview her. She didn't survive. The school records list her name. The plaque at the Peace Memorial lists her name. The painting is what I imagine. I'll tell you, when I'm imagining. The camphor tree has been there for over 200 years. The girls sit in its shade. Tomorrow morning at 8:15, the tree will catch fire. By 9, it'll be charcoal. Hiroko opens the bento. Rice, pickled radish, a small piece of dried fish her mother saved from yesterday's ration. They eat, they talk, about the movie magazine, about a boy who works at another site. At 12:53, the siren starts, air raid siren on the corner. They've been hearing it every Tuesday for a year. The children walk to the shelter. They don't run. There hasn't been an actual bomb on Hiroshima in this whole war. The shelter is a slit trench, earth walls, a board over the entrance, 8 kids. It wouldn't stop a small bomb. It wouldn't stop a large one. Hiroko sits with her back against the wall. She doesn't close her eyes. She stopped closing her eyes during alarms a long time ago. Above, 30,000 feet, a B-29 called Straight Flush, weather reconnaissance. The crew has been told to send back a one-word code if the sky over Hiroshima is clear. Yes means bomb. The crew doesn't know they've just ordered the end of a city. They think they've ordered breakfast weather. The all-clear sounds at 1:25. The crew radios Tinian, cloud cover less than 3/10. Advice, bomb primary. The children go back to the work. By 3, the heat's heavy. The city moves slower. Hiroko has been working for 6 hours. Her hands are blistered. Her back hurts. The other children are tired too. Nobody's talking now. Hiroko sits on a stack of salvaged beams. She looks at her hands. The blisters have opened. She doesn't feel them. From here, you can see the river, the bridge, the dome. The leaves move. The light shifts. The afternoon does what afternoons do. A cicada, the semi, they die in August. They're not symbolic. They're just dying. At 5, the whistle. Today's shift is over. She walks home with Yoshiko. They don't speak for the first 3 blocks. Too tired to speak. They pass the dome a 3rd time today. The light catches the glass of its upper windows. Hiroko notices it. She's noticed it every evening for 2 weeks. She's never told anyone. On the streetcar home, she sees her own reflection in the window. The light is the gold of late afternoon. The painting is what I imagine. Her street, 6 o'clock. The neighbors are lighting the lanterns one by one. Old hands, match, paper, fire. Her mother is waiting at the door. She's smiling. First time she's smiled since June. Hiroko sees it and looks away. Dinner is miso soup, rice, 2 pickled plums. The plums were being saved for tomorrow morning. Tonight her mother puts them out anyway. Hiroko doesn't ask why. They eat in silence. They've been eating in silence every night for 2 months. It isn't awkward anymore. It's just the language of the house now. The radio plays a song, a pre-war song, barely permitted anymore. Her mother turns it off. After dinner, Hiroko writes. She writes to her father every Sunday night. He hasn't received a letter from her in 14 months. She writes anyway. I think about what was in that drawer. I'll think about it after this film is over. I'll think about it tomorrow. The brush, the ink, the paper, the careful, careful kanji. What she's writing? I don't know. The letter didn't survive. After the war, the mother told a neighbor that the drawer where Hiroko kept her unsent letters was still there in the wreckage. The wood was charred. The paper was ash. But the mother had known the drawer was full. She folds the letter, puts it in the drawer, closes the drawer. Her mother sets out the futon. Practiced gesture, the same fabric, the same corner fold. She touches Hiroko's forehead. Good night. The hand pulls away. The lamp goes out. The room turns blue with moonlight through the shoji. Hiroko sleeps. First deep sleep in weeks. She doesn't dream. The body's too tired to dream. At 12:25, the air raid siren starts. The clock in the kitchen says exactly midnight 25. Hiroko wakes up. Her mother wakes up. They sit up on their futons. They don't speak. The neighbors come out. The street is moonlit. Everyone walks. Nobody runs. There's never been a real bomb. The lanterns go out. Blackout protocol. Hiroko and her mother walk hand in hand. The moon is full. The street is empty. They've done this 30 times this year. There's nothing to be afraid of. The shelter, 15 neighbors, 1 lantern, the old man who taught Hiroko calligraphy, the widow who sells pickles, the baby whose father is in Manchuria. Hiroko leans against her mother. She's asleep within 4 minutes. Her mother holds her hand. The mother doesn't sleep. Above, 3,000 meters up. The B-29 called Straight Flush, radio in Bactitinian. There's a kindness in not waking someone. I don't know what to do with that thought. 2 a.m., the all clear, the plane's gone, the threat has passed. Her mother carries Hiroko home on her back. Hiroko's feet brush the pavement. She doesn't wake up. Home. 2:30 a.m. Hiroko sleeps. Predawn now, 5:45. The sky's starting to lighten. The bomb is on its way. Her mother kneels beside her, watches her, can't bear to wake her. August 6th, 1945. Predawn over Hiroshima. The city is whole. The dome is whole. 340,000 people are about to start their morning. At 8:15 exactly, the bombardier will let go of the bomb. 43 seconds later, it will go off 600 meters above the industrial promotion hall. The clock in Hiroko's kitchen is going to freeze at that time. 2 weeks later, somebody will find it in the rubble. Its hands will read 8:15. Today, the dome is preserved. The Peace Memorial Park stands where the houses came down, where Hiroko worked. 80 years on, the cranes are still being folded. Some of her classmates lived, 8 of them. They came back every August 6th. They came until they couldn't anymore. A paper crane on a memorial stone. The names are cast in bronze. Hiroshima Prefectural First Girls High School, class of 1945, 600 names. The bronze has weathered, the kanji are still legible. Hiroko, Yoshiko, Tomoko, Mitsuko, Yumiko, Akiko, Sachiko, Kazuko, and 592 more. 8 of them lived. 8 of 600. One of them, Akiko, recorded this in 2006. We were just children. We didn't yet know there was a world to lose. Next time, another ordinary day. Another family that didn't know. The Romanovs, 24 hours, July 17th, 1918. Walk with me.